Sakafet YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Let us make my delicious coconut curry salmon. Hello my darlings, it's so nice to have you back here in my kitchen for yet another amazing recipe. We're jumping straight into it. First things first, we're going to make a small green seasoning for this salmon. And as you can see here, I've got all my ingredients. Make sure to check down below for all of what I use. I'm just going to go ahead and prep everything, clean it up, wash it up, and add it to my food processor. And then we're going to go ahead and blend it up, okay? Once the green seasoning is all done, we'll set it to one side and we're going to start seasoning our fish. So once my seasoning was blended up nicely, I've set it to one side, and over here I've got my salmon. I've got my salmon steaks from Morrison's. Got a whole salmon recently and I made them cut it up and everything. I love their salmon, so fresh, so nice. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and just pat all of the excess moisture away because you know wet fish makes it break apart so easily when you're cooking it. And then I'm gonna season lightly with a little pinch of salt. I'll go in with some of my Spice Jamaica all-purpose seasoning. I cannot cook without this. I love it so much. And then I'm gonna go in with some freshly cracked black pepper, also some paprika as well. My paprika is finished, but I just put the leftovers that was in there anyway. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and put some gloves on and mix it in well. Careful, this has bones, so you need to be so cautious that you don't hurt yourself. But mix it in well, and then you want to set it aside to marinate for about 10 minutes, okay? Using my beautiful pot I got from Asda. I know some of you always ask me. I got it online from Asda. And yes, darlings, I went in with a little bit of oil and a little bit of butter. Allow that to melt fully and make sure it's nice and hot before going in with your salmon steaks. I like to give my salmon about 3-4 minutes on both sides, making sure that it's got a nice crust and it's beautifully cooked on both sides before I remove it. And yes, my darlings, go ahead and add in your salmon and just let it cook, okay? Once the salmon was cooked, this is how it looks. So beautiful. You can eat it as is because it is actually cooked through, but I want to go ahead and create that beautiful coconut curry sauce. So using the leftover oil and melted butter that's in the pan, I went in with about half of my green seasoning mix, and then I just went ahead and just mixed it in well. Because salmon is an oily fish, you want to be mindful not to add too much oil in there. So this is why I'm not adding any more. And then I'm going to go in with some curry powder. I want to say about a tablespoon of curry powder, a generous amount, and then you just want to mix it in together with all of that blended green seasoning. Okay, once it's all mixed in, this is where you go in with your coconut milk and all that good stuff. But again, make sure to check down below in the description box for all of the ingredients that I used. To season the pot, I like to go in with a little bit of freshly cracked black pepper and some more of that Spice Jamaica Reggae Blend seasoning. You can use any all-purpose seasoning if you don't have, and I'm going to go ahead and add in 1 bay leaf and a little bit of chili flakes. The chili flakes is optional, but fish is something that if you don't have a little spice to it sometimes, you can tend to not enjoy it as much. So I like to just add in a little bit of chili flakes, but again, that's optional if you don't like spice, okay? I also like to go in with 1 scotch bonnet pepper, cover it up for about 5 to 10 minutes on low heat so the sauce and everything can cook, and you know, all the flavors can really marry each other. This is where I like to go in with my salmon. Because the salmon is already cooked, I like to just add it into the sauce and then give it about 2 minutes or so. Nothing too much because I don't want the salmon to break apart. But yes, my darlings, adding the salmon, all of the juices from the salmon that was on the plate, you know, Terry, don't waste nothing. Add that in the pot as well. Scrape it down, scratch it down, do what you have to do. Make sure you put all those juices in the pot, and then I'm just going to use the spoon just to scoop up all of that beautiful seasoning and gravy onto the salmon. Cover it for another minute or two, and then we're going to garnish with parsley because this is pretty much done. So this is my salmon all done. I am going to be serving it with some beautiful yam and some beautiful cornmeal dumplings that I made a couple days ago. I shared the recipe for that, but I'll leave the link in the description box just in case you missed it. And I'm going to go ahead and plate it up because oh my goodness, do you see how amazing this looks? I really hope you enjoy the recipe. I was actually just on live a few minutes ago, and I did say to you that if you were on live, make sure to fill up the comment section with lots of hearts so I know you was on my live. Thank you so much. Add some gravy, of course, because oh my goodness, that looks so good. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I can't wait to see you in my next one.
Thanks, Mom.